this is Ibrahim Yunus, your very important motivator, the one you look up to anytime you need life coaching and strategies to move on. Today, our topic is on finance, and fortunately, I've had in touch with this book, Rich Dad, Poor Dad. And today, we are coming to discuss 10 lessons. We are coming to discuss 10 lessons from this book. I read somewhere that books are the friends of the wise. I love books. I love reading books, and I wish you to start to read books to get ideas. I remember 2015, I made a lot of mistakes. And the reason why I was making a lot of mistakes, or the reason why I did a lot of bad things, is not because I'm a bad person. The reason was that I was lacking information. I didn't know certain information. So 2017, 2018, 2019, 2020, I started reading books, getting some ideas on how to handle certain things. And inshallah, I've seen some changes. So today our topic is 10 lessons from Rich Dad, Poor Dad. Books are the friends of the wise. So I will list them and then explain. Or maybe I will state and explain, then move on. I think that will be better. So the first one, the first lesson from Rich Dad, Poor Dad is manage your money. Manage your money. The first time I understood that lesson from this book, I was like, what do you mean manage your money? He said that many people are able to make money, but not everyone learns how to manage it properly. Many people are able to make some money. They are able to work to get money. So if you're a salary worker, you make money every month. So people are able to work to make money. If you're a business owner, you work to make money. If you are a seller, you sell to make money. You make money. But not everyone learns to manage it properly from this book. So let me give you some few ways on how to manage your money properly. As a salary worker, when you get paid, the first thing to do is remove 10% for God, just for blessing of the other 90%. So 10% for God. Secondly, 20% for your savings, for emergency. Anything can happen. If today you are sacked from your job, how long can you live? Can you continue to live the life you are living? And if yes, how long can it contain? So you need to have a saving, 20% for your saving. 30% is for your asset. Asset are things you spend money on that brings you money. So you can put 10% on your asset, 20% on your asset, 10% on your asset. Now, after you're able to do God, your savings, your asset, you move to your needs. What are your needs? So if rice is your needs, don't buy small rice. Pick a bigger one and just put it down. So that next month you don't need to buy it again. Oil, buy a bigger one and put down. Your needs, buy them. The next is your debt. This is how to manage your money. The next is who are those you are owing. You pick some of the percentage and pay. Even if you cannot pay all, pay small. And I'll advise you to pay debt that have interest on it first. Before debt, there's no any interest on it. So that's it. And the last one is your wants, your desires. Something you just want to wear to prove to people you are successful. You just want to show to some, just to feel good. Then you cannot take. But a lot of people, the mistake they make is that when they just get money, they forget about God, they forget about savings, they forget about their any asset. They just go straight to their needs and their desires. And after the money is finished, they will now beg people to settle their debt. They'll be begging. So the lesson I learned from this book is that manage your money. Many people are able to make money, but not everyone learns how to manage it properly. And secondly, it's not how much you earn. How much can you keep from how much you earn? So if you earn 500 cedi, 10% of 500 cedi is how much? 50 cedi. Don't spend all the 500 cedi. Save 50 cedi. Oh, but 500 is very small. Then 452 is small. 450 and 500, they are all small. So, and if you are earning 1,000 cedi, 10% of 1,000 cedi is 100 cedi. Save 100 cedi. Oh, but 1,000 is small. 900 too is small. It's better to spend 900 and have 100. Stop spending all. What if tragedy just strikes you? So if you are earning 2,000 every month, 10% of 2,000 is how much? 200 cedi. So save 200 cedi. Oh, but 2,000 is small. Then 1,800 too is small. Stop giving excuses to spending all your money. Look, if you cannot save 200 when you have 2,000, what makes you think you can save 2,000 when you have 20,000? As your needs increase, prices of things increase, things become increased. Today, look at the bag of cement. Look at the rise of the prices of oil. London now is 1,050 Ghana cedi. There's a drink I used to buy. It used to be 4 cedi, 5 cedi, 6 cedi. Yesterday I went to Badana, now it's 12 cedi. So I wasn't able to buy it. Cement are now hitting 80 plus. So if you think when I get more money I'll save, that's not true. It's not how much you are earning. How much can you keep from how much you are earning? If you cannot keep anything from how much you are earning, you just continue to live hand to mouth, paycheck to paycheck. And after a while, you are going to have divorce. Your wife will not respect you. Your children will not take you serious. A poor man's wisdom is despised. If you are earning 1,000 cedi, save 100 cedi and eat the 900. What is the difference between 900 and 1,000? You just give excuse not to save something. That is why you always be broke. And one funny thing, you now go and beg somebody for 100 cedi, and before they will give it to you, the way they will speak chaff to you, they'll go and spoil you to people. So the first lesson I learned from this is that manage your money. Many people are able to make money, but not everyone learns how to manage it properly. The first is God. God simple means take care of your responsibilities. So you can look at some of your responsibilities. If you have children, if you have your spouse, if your old lady, your mother, your dad, people, orphanages, like pick a percentage to take care of those things. Feasibility, you are not expecting nothing in return from them. You are doing it from God. That is one. Then secondly, your savings, your net worth. You should have something safe so that when opportunity comes, you are prepared to take advantage of it. Many people say there are no opportunity. It's not true. There are opportunity, but how prepared are you to take advantage of them? So those who are prepared, take advantage of opportunity. I remember last 3 years, I saved some money down. A guy was selling a plot, 10,000 plot. He was willing to sell it 4,000 because things were hard. I quickly gave him the money and picked the plot. After a while, I also sold the plot, 8,000. So opportunities come, but those who have the money, they take advantage. So if you don't save, where would you get the cash? So it's very, very important. Number one, manage your money. Now the second, pay yourself first. Pay yourself first. Pay yourself first. Before you pay your bills, before you buy a nice suit, before you buy a nice hair, before you buy things, pay yourself first. So the second lesson I learned from Rich Dad Poor Dad, that the rich, they pay themselves first. Then they now spend on others. The problem with many people is that they pay others first, thinking what is left, they will pay themselves. Guess what? Nothing will be left. Because others are many. The responsibilities are many. So what you do is that when you just get your money, the first thing is pay yourself first. I mean, I pay a sandals maker, I pay a suit maker, I pay these people, I pay these people. But who did the work? Then I have to pay myself first. So if you always pay yourself first, a time will come you can never beg. You will never lack. Because you always make sure that you pay yourself first. And the third lesson I learned from Rich Dad Poor Dad is that savings and investing are different. Savings is a must and a very good habit, but savings alone cannot make you financially independent. Investment is. But without savings, you will not be able to invest. Without savings, you will not have money to invest. I don't know whether you are getting me. Savings cannot make you rich, but savings is a habit that is very important, because without savings, where would you get the money to invest? You go and pick a loan. and invest in things you don't understand. Now the business is collapsed. They are still deducting you for 4 years. That's a tragedy. I'm sorry. That's a tragedy. Now the fourth point I learned from this lesson, that learn taxes. We must learn taxes. When I was reading this book, I never knew there's the need for us to learn taxes. But then when I started reading the book, I realized that employees are taxed more. So if you are working for the government, before you take your money, they've already deducted you. And anytime they increase your pay, guess what? The taxes are increased. So when I started reading this book, I realized that when you are an employee, you are taxed more. But as a business owner, let's assume that I buy stocks of shoes, 30 cedi, and I sold them 60 cedi. Who is going to tax it? But you let you increase 60%, like you are earning 3,000 and they increase to 6,000. You'll be taxed first. So learn tax, learn about tax, learn the category of people that are taxed much. So somebody bought a cow, kettle. He bought the kettle, was it 2,000 or is it 1,500? And after 3 years, he was able to sell that kettle 5,000, 100% interest. How much was taxed from it? Nothing. So, but if you are an employee, you'll be taxed zero. So when I started learning, I realized that no, if you're an employee, you are taxed more. So learn about which are the categories of people that are taxed more. And learn your wisdom to know how to handle it. So we have investors, we have business owners, we have self-employed, and we have employee. If you're in the employee category, all the government, the rich people, they live off you. They live off you. You'll be taxed a lot. It's very, very important. Learn about tax. Now, the fifth point I learned from this book is that do not rely on a single source of income. Wow. The average millionaire have over 7 sources of income. A lot of people are broke, not because they want to, but because they have only one source of income. I have a theory, I have that increase your income, increase your sources of income, not your bills. I've seen a lot of people, they have only one source of income, but they have 17 bills, 17 sources of bills. They keep on increasing their bills. So when they started, the bills were six sources of bills. Then with one source of income, then they add another bill. Then they are just increasing their bills, but they never increase their source of income. Let me tell you, the only reason why you are broke is because you only have one source of income. And the focus is that you want to increase that one source of income. You want to increase it. They should give you pay. They should increase the pay. How much, what percentage are they going to increase? Is it cola, 4%, 10%? No, create another source of income. Create another source of income. I wish you can have 7 sources of income with limited number of bills. But you see somebody, you have only one source of income. You go and rent an accommodation, that is beyond you. You go and buy a car with loan, that is beyond you. You go and take a girlfriend, that is beyond you. You are associating yourself with friends that are beyond you. You go and buy clothing beyond you. You live a very frustrated life. If you try to live big when you are not yet big, you will suffer a lot in life. There's time for everything. The government said that do borium. There's time for everything, my brothers and sisters. You don't have to fake what can be real. All those things can be achieved one day. So why trying to fake it? When you fake it, people who are supposed to help you will not help you because they will assume you've made it. And secondly, it will attract fake people. So the true people, I love that the good part of tough time, that the good thing, the positive thing about tough times in a man's life is that he gets to know the fake friends and get to know the true friends. So when you are faking, you attract fake people. Just be real with yourself. It's very, very important. So do not rely on a single source of income. Stop increasing bills and start to increase your source of income. So our advice, every year, think of creating another source of income. So my first source of income is salary. I'm a professional teacher. I'm a teacher by profession. My second source of income, I started writing books. My third source of income, I'm building to rent it out. Fifth, I'm building my YouTube subscription. My fifth is I do coaching. My sixth is, so I am thinking of how can I increase my source of income? Not to increase my salary, 4%, 10%. Look, immediately they increase 4%, they increase prices of goods and services. You can never be financially free by increasing, going on strike. Your salary should be increased. That's okay, but you can't gain financial freedom from that. You can only gain that through creating another sources of income. It's very, very important. Now, the sixth lesson I learned from Rich Dad, Poor Dad is that take risk. Take risk. You become smarter by taking risks. And I love this quote, that failing is not falling down. Failing is staying down. Wow. That failing is not falling down. Everybody shall fall, no matter who you are. Failing is staying down. It's not about falling. What do you do after falling? Some stay down, others get up. And I love the Bible, that a good man shall fall 7 times, and he'll get up 7 times. Like, when you have fear of God, when you believe in God, it doesn't matter how many times you fall, you are going to stand up again. And I love Jonah. Jonah has proved that you can't bring a good man down through prayers. So take risk. You either succeed or you learn from it. There are actually 2 outcomes that come from taking risk. You either succeed or you learn something valuable. You just learn a very valuable lesson. I remembered my first seminar. I was scared. I was afraid. Then I heard this quote, take risk. You either learn or succeed. So I took that risk because I was worried how many people will come for the seminar. And I'm investing money. So I took that risk. Anyway, calculated risk, not stupid risk, calculated risk. So I took that risk and just have faith and then advertise what I'm doing. I was shocked to realize the number of people that turned out. A lot of people. I succeeded. My next one, I took another risk. Only few people came. I learned a valuable lesson. And the lesson was that I did A, B, C, D, that didn't work. My third seminar, do you know what happened? I improved upon it. So I don't know what is it that you are afraid of. Take risk. You either learn something valuable or you succeed. But here is the point. If you never took that risk, you are not going to gain anything from it. And I've seen a lot of a guy who was interested in a lady. I told him, take that risk. No, he's afraid the lady will say no. I said, are you already having her? That no. So if she said no, what have you lost? That nothing. I said, I'm going to try. Because if you don't try, you'll never get it. Not knowing this lady also admired the guy. He went and tried. Today they are married with 3 kids. So some of you are afraid of what? Ask yourself, like what is the worst that will happen from this? And can't you handle it? You must trust in your abilities to handle things. Trust in yourself. Have faith in yourself. God built you. After he finished building you, he said you are the best of my creation. What are you afraid of? Of a dependence on people who get you sick. God said depend on him. Depend on God alone. Give 100% and expect 0% from people. Stop expecting. Look, your blessing will come from God through people. If God positions somebody to bless you through that person and the person is doing some stupid thing, God will change a different person. There are over 10.3 billion people on this planet. Nobody can take your blessing from you. Your blessing is from God through people. And if you allow one person to help you and the person is not doing, God will just shift that person. But a lot of people thought their blessing are from people. So when the person is not, they worship that person. No. Your blessing can never come from a person. God does not ask to help you. You can be with a person who have a capacity to help you. But until God said he should, nothing. You benefit. You see others are benefiting, but you are not benefiting. Yes, that's spirituality. So the 6th thing I learned from this book, that take risk. So now I take risk. I take calculated risk. I ask myself, it's win-win. I either succeed or I learn. So I go with that learning mentality. You are afraid of failing. Failing is not falling down. Failing is staying down. So if I fall, I will stand up again. I will stand up again. Like in the end, it's the person you become. I love Jim Rohn that set a goal to achieve that goal, not because of that goal, but for the person you have to become at the end of achieving that goal. When you set a goal to achieve some money and you get that money, the success is not that money. The success is the person you become, the wisdom, the habit, the discipline, the friendship. They are the success. Because you can lose the money, but you can never lose the person you become. The kind of wisdom you learn, the knowledge the experiences. That is what makes you successful. So success is a person you are becoming. All materials will come and go. The most important thing, what kind of person are you becoming? That makes you successful. So take risk. Take calculated risk. That young woman you want, go for her. Go to her. Let her know you are interested. That young man you love, go to him. That master's program, that degree, that PhD you want to do and you are afraid, go on and do it. That business you want to do, go on and do it. But start small. If it's a business, start small. Don't go and pick a loan and put much into something you don't know. Or maybe trust it into somebody. No, start small to learn it. So as for business, when you are taking risk, don't pick huge money to do something you don't really know what you are doing. So at the beginning, you don't know what you are doing. So you pick small money and put it into it. So I remembered a guy brought a business idea that I can buy either maize, this series, rice. I'll just buy the fertilizer and put down. 7 months, the price will increase, I'll sell. So I started with 3. I just bought 3 bags and just left it. And it didn't even reach 7 months. The price was just escalating. We sold the 3. And I was shocked with the profit I had. Guess what? I bought 6 again. Like when somebody give you a business idea, don't just go and pick a loan and invest, boom, you suffer. Because you've not yet understand how the business works. So somebody they told him about cattle. So I told him, don't buy many, just buy 1 to see whether you have market for it. So he bought the 1, trained it. After a year, he sold it, make his profit. I said, then go for 2. He started. I don't know now, but I think now he's hitting 7 or 10 cows now. Just start small. Somebody also want to go into real estate. I said, start with 3 rooms. Yes, I know you can pick a loan and build 17 rooms. It doesn't make sense. You don't know, you don't understand. They only tell you good part of the business. Because they are inviting you into it. They won't tell you the bad part. So it's experience that will let you learn the bad part. So in as far as they are telling you it will bring you money, it will do. No. Just start small. You will learn everything. Now, you now trust your wisdom, your ability. You can now go and pick huge money and put into the business. Because you now know, you are not dependent on hearsay. You know it. Today, if Aliko Dangote is picking 14 trillion into his business, he's not afraid. He can recoup it because he knows all the corners of the business. If Mark Zuckerberg is going to pick 13 trillion into his business, he's not afraid because he knows the cracks and creaks of all the business. So business is not just the structure and the money, it's having the understanding, the wisdom of it. So it's very, very important. It's very, very important. Now the 8th lesson, the 7th lesson I learned from Rich Dad Poor Dad is that everyone needs to be financially literate. Everyone needs to be financially literate. Wow. You can't succeed financially without financial literacy. Even if you had it, you will lose it. Money is just a byproduct of financial literacy. Wow, rich father, rich mother. I just love this book. One of the 7th lessons from this book is that everyone needs to be financially literate. Everyone needs to be financially literate. Because you can't succeed financially without financial literacy. Even if you succeed financially without financial literacy, you will lose that money. How many people have won Betway, Lotto, bet and make a lot of money? And how long is the money able to stay with them? Is it a year, a month, What happened? Money without financial literacy is temporal. Money without financial literacy is temporal. Financial literacy is the wisdom on how to create wealth. So even if the money is no more, you still have that wisdom to create another wealth. So true security is not the wealth, it's the wisdom. Look, whether you have money or not, it just reflects your financial literacy level. So it's very, very important. The seventh lesson I learned from Rich Dad, Poor Dad is that everyone needs to be financially literate. Now, the eighth point I learned from this book is that mindset is everything. The eighth lesson I learned from that mindset is everything. And you know one funny thing? Assuming there are two people, or there's one person, he's an armed robber. Then he met a man of God, whether Islam, a pastor, or a Muslim malam, and the person changed him. And he decided, I'm going to serve God. What changed? His body is the same. His clothing are the same. What changed is the mindset. The reason why he was an armed robber is that he has a particular mindset that says that money is scarce. The only way to get it is to steal. There's nothing wrong with anybody. What is wrong with people is their mindset. So if you want to change a person, you must first begin with a mindset. So your wife is not bad. She just has a particular mindset. Your husband is not a bad man. He just has a particular mindset. Your son, your children are not bad. Your friends are not bad. Your dad, your mom, they are not bad people. They just have a particular mindset. Mindset is who we are. You can't change yourself as a person without changing your mindset. I used to have a particular mindset. Ghana was a wrong country. And because of that, when I drink pure water, I'll just treat the water anywhere. Now I don't do that. Why? I'm the same person, but with a different mindset. First, when I meet a lady, I have a particular mindset towards them, so I act in a certain way. Now that I'm married for 11 years, I don't do that anymore. Why? Because I'm the same me. It's still Yunus, but not the same mindset. You can only act in accordance with the mindset you have. So whether you are dealing with your director, he has a certain mindset about anybody. So people are not bad. They just have a particular mindset. And once you understand that mindset and then unlock that mindset, it's going to help you. So your wife is not a bad person. She has a particular mindset. She can learn that mindset from movies. She can learn that mindset from others. It's just a mindset. And you'll be shocked one day when the mindset is changed, you see your wife complete a different woman. And you'll be like, wow, she's the same person. It's the mindset. It's the same as money. A poor person has a mindset that makes him poor and keeps him poor. A rich man has a particular mindset that makes him rich and keeps him rich. According to Jim Rohn, if they collect all the money in the world and share it equally, guess what? The money will go back to where they belong. It's a particular mindset. If you want to be rich, you must possess the mindset of the rich. If you want to overcome poverty, you must overcome the mindset of poverty. It's the same person, but different mindset. If you bring Aliko Dangote or Bill Gates and bring a poor man, they are all the same people. They eat together, the same blood. The only difference is a mindset. Look, mindset are powerful. That is why when the enemy wants to destroy you, he first starts with your mindset. I wish the movies we watch in Ghana, they can really take good care of editing it well to make sure that once, look, the movies we are watching is molding a particular mindset. And you are a slave to your mindset. You are a slave to your mindset. So I'm very careful with what I'm feeding my mind. I'm very, very careful. I choose what I feed my mind. It's very, very, very. And I love this, Where your mind is, your body will gradually move there. If you are here and your mind is somewhere in prosperity, your body will surely move there. Inshallah. Now, the ninth thing I learned from Rich Dad Poor Dad, that surround yourself with people smarter. If you want to be confident, surround yourself with confident people. If you want to know how to have a happy marriage, surround yourself with people who have happy marriage. Energy, I don't know, the people you surround yourself with matter. If you are with people who are very negative, it's energy exchange. There are some people, when you are with them, you feel energized. Some people, when you are with them, you feel drained, no matter who you are. So surround yourself. The ninth thing I learned from this book, that we must be careful with the people we surround. You've not choose your dad or mom. God chose that for you. Your brothers and sisters, siblings, you can't choose that. God chose that for you. But with your friends, you choose them. So choose wisely. God has given you the freedom to choose who you surround yourself with. When I wanted to start shooting, I surround myself with people who shoot. When I wanted to go on TV, I surround myself with those on TV. When I wanted to write books, I surround myself with those who wrote books. If you want to be an armed robber, surround yourself with armed robbers, although I don't advise that. If you want to be a footballer, surround yourself with them. So the ninth thing I learned from this book, that surround yourself with people who are going where you want to go. Surround yourself with people who are smarter than you. It's very, very important. It's very, very important. So if you want to learn how to invest, surround yourself with investors. Many people surround themselves with gossipers. They discuss people, they talk about stupid stuff. No. And at the end, when they go, you get angry at yourself. No, don't do that. Don't do that. And the 10th thing I learned from this book, very, very powerful, that the rich don't spend the capital. They only spend the proceed from the capital. So we have a capital and we have proceed from the capital. The poor spend the capital, but the rich, they have a particular mindset. They don't spend the capital. They invest the capital. The proceed from the capital, they use it to buy what they want. So if you come to your rich daddy and say, Daddy, I have a birthday, I want to celebrate a birthday party. He will not just pick his capital for you. He will look through his assets. Which asset proceed can he use to finance it? If he doesn't have that, he will tell you to wait. Then he will get a capital, invest it into an asset, and then get the proceed, and then use it to take care of that. But the poor don't think of any asset. He just eat the capital and keep on begging God. No. Stop doing that. I was listening to Sadio Mane. It was on Facebook. They posted that he's using crack phone. He's living poor, and then they posted that he is not playing football to buy expensive jewelry, expensive cars. He just wants his Senegalese people to be fed. So all the money he gets, he takes care of the poor people there, make sure that they get something to eat, they have a place to sleep, they have a... And in as far as it sounds good, sexy, but you don't use the money you trade your time. You don't use the money you work hard for to take care of the poor. You use the money you work hard for to build enough assets. Then the asset will generate profit. Then you use that profit to finance people. People will always be poor. Poor people are many. And how much can you work? And if money is not careful, he should ask for Ebwe. How does Ebwe end it? If his career ended today, how is it going to be for him? You don't use your working money to take care of the poor. You use your working money to build assets. The asset will generate proceeds. You use the proceeds to take care of the people. So even if you are no more playing football, you still have them taking care of that. But to just come out, hey, the reason why I don't say I use money, it sounds sexy, but financially there's no logic in that. You don't use that. So if you are a salary worker, you don't use your salary work to take care of the poor. No, you use it to build assets. Then from that asset, there will be profit from it. You use it to take care of people. That is why when Jesus gives somebody 5 talents, somebody 2 talents, somebody 1 talent, the one with 5 had another 5, making it 10. The one with 2 had another 1, making it 4. The one with 1, he never multiplied it. So he was cursed. Like, eat from the proceed. I love Kim Kiyosaki. She wanted to buy a car. The money she had, the capital she worked hard for, the money was there. Then the husband said, look, Kim, I know how much you love this car, but the rich, they don't use their capital to buy liability. Because if you use the capital to buy that liability, you look rich, but you are broke. So use that capital. There's an asset. Use it, buy that asset. That asset will generate you X amount. If you multiply it by a year, you can afford that car. She did that. Guess what? After a year, she bought the car. Surprisingly, the asset is still producing money. But if she had used that capital on the capital is finished. That is why many people are poor. It's not that they don't make money, they spend that money. They never thought of what can I do to proceed, to get proceed from that. So this book is very, very important. It gives another bonus, control your emotions. So the rich have a plan for giving. They plan, at the end of the month, they plan, I'm going to give this percentage to people. But the poor don't do that. They are led by emotion. Like somebody will just come and cry and beg, and then he'll just feel like it. Then he'll just remove money. They give by emotions. If you are giving by emotions, you always be poor. You yourself, you start becoming a beggar. Have a plan. Every month, this percentage is for giving. And once you've given it, anybody that come next month, money is not emotional. No matter how the person cried, do you have that money? No. So next month, you can't help everybody. Have a plan for giving. This book is a very powerful book. Books are the friends of the wise. If you want to survive during tough time, don't joke with books. I love Jim Rohn. That miss a meal if you have to, but never miss a good book. I love books. I can read books. I love it. I love those ideas. So on this note, I've come to the end of my speech. So I'll just give you some summary. Number 1, manage your money. Number 2, pay yourself first. Number 3, savings and investing are different. You must know it. Number 5, learn taxes. Number 6, do not rely on a single source of income. Number 7, take risk. Number 8, everyone needs to be financially literate. Number 9, mindset is everything. Number 10, surround yourself with people smarter. And then the bonus is the rich don't spend their capital, they spend proceeds from their capital. Another bonus is control your emotions. Stop giving based on impulse. I've forgotten the way they call it. Like somebody go to a market and just buy things emotional buying, There's a feeling buying. Don't do that. You'll be poor. So I think if you're able to do these 10 things I've just told you, trust me, you are going to overcome poverty and become financially independent. I wish you all the best. Try and subscribe to my YouTube channel. I've changed it from Ibrahim Mohammed Inusa to Ibrahim Yunus. So please click on Ibrahim Yunus and subscribe. Maybe another video I'll tell you why I changed it. Assalamu alaikum. Bye-bye.